And in Thomaston, a Blue Lives Matter rally was held honoring local police. This rally is said to have been in support of those serving in law enforcement, saying with recent events, it was time to show not everyone is against police officers. Those attending saying after watching events unfold across the nation, they feel that law enforcement is at a crossroads, and it's by coming together in support that will things change for the better.
I think, again, getting community meetings together, getting people together, and I want to be part of that. This is why I'm doing this. I want to get them together, no matter what you are, black, white, green, yellow, get people together. Let's talk. What we're doing now, burning down buildings, looting, rioting, that's not the solution. We want to help. We want to be part of the solution. I think police are part of the solution.
Those at the rally also say they too stand against the actions that resulted in the death of George Floyd, but say defunding and abolishing police nationwide is not the answer. Many hope this rally will inspire all communities to come together.